having like basic things. Like at first we'll start from the basic, and then after that we'll be moving at the higher things like with the standard object, or doing something like things like adding or performing the CRUD operation on any standard object. So again, now all the extension dark mode for Salesforce, you can see that. So here we have this standard application in the app launcher sales, and in that I'm on. So now the things will be like easy, and we'll be practicing small things. So starting with something like let's make one class, apex class, and let's make as a practice this. And this is the simple way to make classes in apex programming. And if I will make this full screen, that would be more clear. Yeah, it is. So this is the way of making classes in apex, and here we have made a class like public class, and whatever the class name we have, it is practice. So in that we have to write codes. Like here we can write anything, any code. And as like in Java, we have to make the main method, but here we don't have to make the main method. If we want to execute that code, simply we have to press Control E, and by pressing Control E, we'll be having this window, anonymous window, and here we can also write the codes. So this is basically the main method. So if whatever you will write there, that will be the main method. So I think this is the basic introduction of this interface where I'm working. This is the Salesforce developer console, and that will be opened by here, developer console, and it is as simple as that. So now again, moving to the full screen. So here we are. So what are the first thing that you learn in any programming language is the syntax. So this is the syntax of writing the public class practice, and making a class, and then we have to make multiple methods inside this class. So this is the concept of object oriented programming language. So we'll be making our first method. So let's start. Public static. I'm not going to write the static word for now. Public void. Let's make a method to calculate the area of a square or whatever the rectangle. Let's make of the square. Public void area square, and then here we are. Whatever the data type, again the new thing for you, integer, and integer. Suppose let's take it as length, or site. Let's take it as site. Okay, whatever the user will be giving as a input. Now in this public void square, what I will be printing out, system.debug, and now in that I have to write the side square, simply side into side. So here we have a non-static method, and I will tell you difference between a static and why I removed that static at first. So anything that you will write in this window will not be saved, so don't worry about that. The thing that is coming again and again, that is just because I wrote earlier and I did not erase that. So it is that. So now here we are about to call this practice. So before calling this, I have to save this. Like I have written this code, but here if you will see at the top, if I will try to zoom, here it is. Here you are able to see that here we have a strict sign. That means it is showing that it is not saved yet. So I will save Control S. So if there will be any error, it will show you some error here, but there is no any error. It is saved now. See, the strict is not here. That means it is saved now. So let's make me some zoom here, so that will be not have any problem. And now it is saved. And in that, if I will just open this anonymous window, and to call this method, what I have to do, first make an instance. So this is the, I think video is now running smoothly. So Again, I'm sharing the screen. So here we were, like I was explaining that we have made a method that we have not used the word static in that, and in that method we have written the logic. We are taking the like side as an integer, and if this is a data type, I would love to write this capital I, and here we are just trying to print. This is the print statement simply in this language, in the Apex programming language. And we have to just write like uh, code in anonymous window. We were making something like calling this using an instance. So let's make this practr practice. So any variable name, var name is equal to new, and then again practice again. So this is how we will be making the instance, and now calling the method. So var name dot area, area and square, and in that we'll be passing, suppose there is a side of 10 centimeter, and let's save this because here asterisk was showing. So now it's saving, now it is disappeared. Let's make this full screen. Okay, it is. So let's select this and execute highlighted. So it is running, and in the debug only, if you will select this, here we have debug of 100. Like whatever the 10 we have passed, it is now printed on in the debug mode, and we can simply see that our logic and the code is working in the Apex. So congratulations, we have made first Apex programming with learning of that integer data type and the simple arithmetic operation in Apex programming language. So here we have also printed this using the system.debug. So this was the simple thing that we can do in the Apex programming language. And now what I want to just move next is that here we have used the public void and area of square. What if I want to write like something like I don't have to write make here instance. So for that we have to make the very static method, and in that we don't have to make this instance. So let's make it. So instead of erasing this, I think we should write like public static void area of square, and now all done. So now let's save it, and here remove this, and here we don't have to write like var name, we just have to use the class name whatever we have here. So let's paste it here, and now practice dot area of square. Now run this again. This should work the same as the previous code, as the previous code was working. So there should be no any difference, because the code was same, and just we applied a simple logic of static. We use the static word, and here we don't have to make the instance here. We can directly use the class name dot whatever the method name, and then pass any argument that we have to pass in the method. So this is simple thing, and hope you got that. So after making a simple uh, area of square calculator, we can simply make multiple methods. Like if I have to calculate the area of a circle, so what is the formula? Pi r square. So we have pi into r square, whatever the r we will get into r. So instead of 5, we can write like 3.17. So this is the formula of finding the area of the circle. Area of circle. So now let's implement this, and by writing this I was telling you that how to write the comment. So basically this was also the part of the whatever the course we are learning. So this is how we can write the comment. That is the part of the code, but it is not executed, it's for the understanding. So again write like public static void area of circle. And now in that we have to again pass the integer. Integer is a data type. If I will write the I is small, it is not case sensitive, right? Like Java, it is case insensitive. So the all thing will be work. So now radius, and the radius will be passed. And here, what we have to do, system dot debug, and then we have to write like 3.17 pi into radius into radius. Done. I think this should work. Okay, it is saved right now. Now let's copy this thing, paste this. Now I have to calculate the area of circle. I think it is not visible. Like here we have written the method name area of the circle, and we are calling the class name and the area of circle. If I will select this and execute highlighted, the only this line will be executed, and this its result will be on the debug only screen. So here we have 3.17. Okay, we have not passed anything, so now we have to pass something. 10 into, okay, yeah, it was coming. Let's take another value. Let's take 5, and now execute highlighted. Actually it was 10 into 10, 100, and then 3.17, it was 317. I thought there was not decimal, but here we are getting the value 79.25. If I will use the calculator, it's the same as that. So 3.17 into 5 into 5, 79.25. Okay, we are getting the correct result. So this was the basic understanding of how you can use the a variable and multiply it with any number. So here we were using the area of the circle. So this more spacious so that I can scroll up. So here we have we have to write like public static, and then in that we are writing void, and I think network issue is again coming. And if we have to write like if your this method is returning something in the form of integer, then we'll be writing integer. Our method is returning nothing, so we are writing void. So public static void, and we are making something up the strings. So concatenation, let's write like simple word string concat. Now we'll be passing two parameters here. So first will be string, comma, string b, and whatever the string that we are getting, concatenation is basically adding two string, taking one string and another string and adding that. So simply that, suppose we have string like Sameer, and then we have Srinath, then in concatenation thus both string first name and the last name will be concatenated. So this is the logic of string concatenation, sorry. System.debug, and now we are writing like a plus b. So simply this is the string concatenation. Whatever we'll be getting, we'll be having a plus b. Now again writing the class name practice dot string concat, and now I have to write like Sameer, SAMEER, and then in the place of b I'm writing SHRINATH. And here I also want to show you one more thing, that if I will just write like string 1 and str in string 1 is equal to Sameer, and write a comma. This is basically a main method I told you earlier, and we can simply write like string 1 and string 2, and in that I'm writing Srinath, And here we can pass string 1 and string 2. String 1 and string 2. So here is that. Now we have string 1, string 2, and we are passing that to practice string concatenate. So let's execute this, and we can simply see that in the debug only we have SAMEER SHRINATH as a whole. So this is a simple example of the string concatenation. So hope you got the thing that we can concatenate to a string using just a plus icon, plus operator, sorry, and it is simple. So now after learning this much of things, now we have to learn some more things like let's move to the slide that I showed you at the first. So this is the thing that we have learned: area of the figure and the string concatenation. Now we have to learn the static variable and the conditional statements. So let's move to the topic. So we have to learn the static variable. Now we can see we are taking as an input from this anonymous window. Whenever we are calling the function, we are passing 5, we are passing 10 here. But we have also one method that we can simply create a static variable here, static integer. This is the variable, and we are passing this as a 5. Okay, static integer, let's name this num. So this is the variable name, this is the data type, and this is the type of the variable. This is static, and we can pass that to static. Okay, to a static method. So here, instead of passing this side, I'll be not passing anything. I will just call the method like area of square, and now I'll be using num into num. So let's save this. Hope this will work. And now we'll be raising this thing. Now we have the same thing we are doing. We have the practice area of square, and we will be not passing this 10 number, but this number will be like defined globally in this class practice, and this will be called. So let's do it. Execute, highlight it, and now we have in the debug only we should be having 25. Here we have 25. Okay, here we have 25. Done. So that means this integer value, the num value is coming in this method. So this can be used to like define the global variable. This num can be accessed via this method, in this method, or in this method. So this was a concept of this num. So now on the basis of that num we can make if else loop. Let's learn what is conditional statement that I have written here, and we'll be learning that by the two methods. The first method will be like directly conditional statements, and one is inline conditional statements. So let's do it. So public static void conditional. Let's write the shortcuts conditional statements, and in that what I'll be doing is basically, now what I will be writing like in the conditional method is if the number is greater than 10, let's write like 10, and if that number will be greater than 10, so I'll be having right printing on the screen that the number is greater than 10. If the number will be like smaller than 10, then I'll be writing like smaller than 10. Otherwise I will write like it's equal to 10. So let's make this logic. So we'll be writing if, and if whatever the num we have, num is smaller than 10, so I have to write system.debug, and in that I have to write like system.debug, the number is more than 10. So this was simple. Now else if number is equal to 10, this is basically this equal to operator is used to comparison. Now I am comparing this num with 10. If it is equal to 10, then I will write like system.debug. Let's not write the same thing again and again. We can simply copy and paste. The number is equal to 10, equal to 10. So that, and the last thing that we can do is else. Now I can write like the number is greater than 10. Okay, so let's check for the all the scenarios, or save this. Now it is saving. Now we can see here the star is not available, so that means this file is totally saved. So now we can simply uh, run this in anonymous window. Now open this, and here in that we have to pass something like, okay, practice dot, what is the name of our method? Something unusual that I have taken. Okay, let's run this, execute highlighted, and now it was 10. So on the screen there must be right like the number is equal to 10. So this is the first check. Now again let's take the number. Why not to pass the number in this thing? Let's remove this. Let's do another thing. Okay, let's close this thing and change our logic. We'll be passing an integer instead of using that static global variable. We'll be passing the num itself, and after passing the num, again now this will be giving error here. Let's comment this out, because here we are using the num and it will tell that num does not exist. So let's comment this out. We can also write a multi-line comment. I will show you later. I have just commented that out. So now here we can see we are passing the num and we are now comparing num. So it is the simple logic, and let's save this. Hope there will be no any error. Yeah, there we have no any error. So let's pass one is 5. This must give the number is smaller than 10. This must is the equal to 10, and this must give the greater than 10. Select all, execute highlighted, and now we have debug only. Yeah, we have the number is smaller than 10, equal to 10, and the greater than 10. So our all three logics are working. So we have to write inline this. Let's make another method, public static void inline condition, and again we will be passing a num, but its data type will be integer. So integer num, and we have passed a num, and we'll be writing system.debug, and here we'll be using the inline things. So let's check one more thing here. Okay, I thought that my mic is mute, so that should be a disaster at this stage, because I have explained lots of things. So now public static void in inline conditional, and the num that we are passing, we have to write the num, and that num will be checking with the question mark. Okay, the num should be smaller than 10. Okay, if the num is smaller than 10, so we have a question and we have to do smaller than 10. If this is not true, like this condition will be not true, then this after this column will be printed greater than 10. Okay, so here we have this part will be executed if the condition is true. If this part will be executed when the condition is false. So let's see. Let's save this, and now remove this the last code that we have ran. Now we have to write like practice dot inline. Okay, we have to write the inline conditional inline conditional. um, in that we have to pass a num. So let's pass 20, and again let's pass 5. So let's check it is working or not. So greater than 10 and smaller than 10. So the 20 was greater than 10 and the 5 was smaller than 10. So these things are working. So I hope I'm clear with the conditional statement, the both type of conditional statement. The one was the block type, and another was the inline conditional statement that we can directly we can simply see the things like it is the conditional statement is written in one single line, right? So this is how we can use the block statements, the block conditional statement, and this is how we can use the conditional statement inline. So this was the method that I have made. So I think I can paste this code in the chat later. I will put that code in the description, or if you want I can share that on somewhere other platforms, so that will be easy for you all to just look at the things. So let's move forward in our life. So now we have to do the real Salesforce thing, practicals. So first we have to, before starting this, first we have to learn the simple things about the SOQL. So I'll be explaining you through query editor. Let's do this. So to get any account record, what we have to do, select id comma name from account, and the limit is 10. I'm putting the limit because I don't want more results. So execute this. So this is how the id and the result will be coming. Okay, I think my battery was low. Okay, now I have a test the charger. Okay, so this is how the id and the name is coming. If I will write the limit 15, so and execute, the 15 data will be coming. So this was the basic SOQL. It is similar to the SQL. If you know SQL, that's okay. If you don't know SQL, that is also okay. You will be learning here. So this will be select keyword, and you should write this capital SELECT, select. So it is a convention that if you are writing the SQL or SOQL, you must be writing the keyword that is reserved in SOQL in the capital format, and the writing other things in the small, and this I should be capital in ID. This is also a convention, and this field name first name should be also a capital. So these are the conventions. If you want to follow, then you can follow, and if you want to ignore, you can simply ignore. That will not give you the error in the code, but basically you should follow the convention so that there should be a readability and this kind of things in our code. So how to create the account using the Apex programming. So this will be the thing that we'll be learning here. So let's slide this down so that we'll be focusing on the main coding screen. And here we have to write public static void create count. And let's do one thing. If I will show you uh, my Salesforce org, here we have total of 50 plus items. If I will scroll down, here we can see we have total 61 data in our uh, account object. And if I will show you here, let's check this by using our SOQL query. Count of ID from account, there should be no any limit, count, and now execute this. So the count is 61. So we can simply see that we have total 61 account record in our table on our object, whatever we want to say that. So I want to add total 9, like total I want to make 70 account record. So how I can do that? So for that, let's make a function or method simply in Apex. So we'll be passing integer, and here we'll be passing the num, and this will be the times we want to, the amount of the bulk record that we want to generate. So for that, we also know that we should not perform the DML operation, that data manipulation language operations, like insert, upsert, update, or delete, these kind of operations into the bulk. So we'll be doing bulkification. So let's make the list of account. So by here we'll be learning the new data type, that is list. Don't worry, it is as simple as that. This is the list, and this is the data type that this list is containing. If this will be containing integer, this will be integer. If it will be containing string, this will be string. If this list is containing the account record, this is account. So this is simple, ACC list, and it's equal to new. And here in that new, we have to write a list count, and writing like this. So this list will be containing the account record that we are going to create. And now we have to add the record in that list. So for integer I, is equal to, we are starting with the 1, and we are going up to the like, if I is smaller than equal to num, okay, then we'll be doing I plus plus. This is increment. And at each loop, what we'll be doing, we'll be adding one account record here. So first make the count ACC equal to new and account. So now ACC dot name is equal to, so here we are making the account record, and we'll be at the end of this list, like loop, we'll be adding that into the list, and at the end we'll be here, after this loop we will be inserting that list above. So here what we are going to do, we are writing like account dot name, and we are trying to make a logical name. Suppose this is live test plus I, okay, it is right thing. And at the end, ACC list dot add ACC. So this ACC, after adding the name in that ACC, will be adding that account to the ACC list. I think the logic is clear. and we'll be doing that for the and num number of time, like I will be going from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. If I'll be writing the num 9, it will going up to 9. So inserting that list. So now again let's do that insert. Again, I think this is the DML operation. We should write the capital. If you write small, there should be no any issue. But following the standard thing, we will be writing like the capital. So we are having okay. Now insert, and then insert what? ACC list. And now we are okay with that. Now save this. I don't think there will be any error. Now remove this practice, practice dot. We'll be calling this create account method. So create account, in that how many account we want to create, suppose 9. So that loop will be running up to 9 times and create this. And we have not printed anything on the debug, so there will be nothing. So it is a normal thing. So now let's see how many record we have now in the account. So execute this. Let's select this again, execute. So here we have total 70 records. So that means we have successfully created 9 records in one go. And if you want to verify through the UI, let's see. Let's refresh, and here we can see live 1 to live 9. Here we can see total 9 records are created at the same time. So I will tell you one more thing, that after creation, this is the power of basically Apex. By using the like front end, or by using the UI part, we'll be creating one record at a time. But by using the Apex, we can simply create multiple records at once. So this is the like power of the Apex. So now I have to update the record, and the only record that I have created just right now. So what we'll be doing, we'll be updating the phone number to any number. So here we have the phone list, that is you can see we have not edited that phone list. And now we have to add at once, like we have to update all these phone numbers. How we'll be doing, let's see in the next part. So here we have update accounts. So in this update account part, we'll be updating all the account record at once. And this for that, let's see what logic we'll be using. So first we have to take all the records that we want to update, then update the record, and then again add that to the uh, like to the object. So using the update keyword. So for that, we have to get all the record that we want to update. How we can do that? So if we'll see, we can filter that by like last created date. This is the one method. Like we will sort that on the basis of created date. So this is the one thing. The next thing that we can do is like we can see we have the live in all the words. So the all the record that we have created. So basically we can use that thing. So let's see, select name. Let's take ID also. Let's take select ID and name from account, where name is like name like, and this is the format of like live percent. So this is how we should write. Let's check we have error or not. Yeah, it is working fine. Like starting with live, live, and percent means anything letter. So like anything like live test, if I was writing like live sam, anything with that matching word will be coming. And now we have a total 9 records here, I think. 1 2 3 4, yeah, 1 to 9, it's 9 record. So here we'll be using this thing to get all the records. So this is the first thing that we have did. So let's make another method, public static void update account, and we'll be writing like, first we'll be getting all that records. So write like account, list of account, that will be acc list is equal to new list of account. Now we have two options. First is write like acc list is equal to, and write the things here. And the second thing that we have option is control x and write it here. Both are the same thing, but I prefer this thing. I don't know why, but I like this thing. So we are writing like this. So this acc list now contain all the record that we want to update. So we also know that what we have to do, we are going to use the for loop, and in for loop we are going to write like account, and we are going to iterate it acc list. And after iteration, each time this acc will get records from the acc list, and acc dot phone acc.phone is equal to, let's write like 999 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, the phone is string number. I'm confused right now. Let's try with the string. I think this should be the string. Integer to string. Yeah, I was correct. Because phone, I was thinking that phone must not be a number. It must be a string. So it is done. So every phone will be updated to ACC phone will be updated to the 9999. And now after this, when the loop will be over, every phone will be 999. And again, I will be update. Okay, this is the DML operation update. I am learning this thing also, writing the whatever we have DML or SOQL in the capital letter, so that it will be easy and readable for the person who will be later reading that code. So I'm just writing for that. ACC LIST. And this code is also bulkified means I'm trying to give the most of the keywords and the things in the video that I have right now, so that will be not having like that I don't know this thing, I don't know this word. Bulkification simply means whatever you are writing, the logic is for the bulkified. If this ACC list will contain the one record, this will also work. If this ACC list will contain hundreds of record, then this code will also work. So this is basically the bulkification. So I have written this count. Now it is saved. Execute this. Okay, method does not exist or incorrect update. Okay, I think I am having why I'm passing this thing, because in update account we don't have. Select this and execute highlighted. I think we don't need to open the log because nothing is going to print it on the log. So it is all done. So why not to first check via the query editor. Select ID, comma, name, comma, phone from account, where name like live. Okay, so we have executed this, and I was thinking that sorry, I switched the screen because I thought that the video is stuck, and I think it was stuck. So now we can simply see that all the 9 records are having the phone number as 9999. So if we want to verify that using the UI, so let's refresh this. So every the record that we have created, the 9 record that we have created are having the 9 phone number. So this is simple. So all done. So we have created a record, we have updated the record, and we don't have performed, we haven't performed that complex things. We are just using, for me it is simple things, like we are using the SOQL, we are fetching the record and then are editing that and again updating that. So up to here, this code is not updated in the database, but when we are using this keyword, the bulkified this list will be updated in the database. Whatever had happened till here, it is still in the Apex code or whatever in this program, not in the database. But after this word, this one word will be having, like if you, we can also do one more thing, like we will be creating one ACC here, and after everything we'll be updating that ACC dot update, like, but we can't write the DML statement in the for loop because that will pass the governor limits. So for that we are using the bulkification. So I tried to explain. So now write like public static. We are just simply writing for the delete account. Like whatever we have created the live account, we are going to delete that in a same method. So this will be helping you to create a multiple record in our whatever Salesforce org we have at a one program. So public static void delete account, and in that we what we are going to do simply, I think till now here the logic is exactly same. I think I don't have to explain this why, because we are making a ACC list, and here the list have nothing. Now the list contains the only record that we want to delete, simply the word that is starting with the live. We can also use where number is equal to 9999 that we have added here, but again we can use that live keyword to search like the name that is starting with the live. So we have ACC list. Now we just have to do is the one thing, delete ACC list. That's all. Save this. Open the anonymous window. Now we have delete account. Now execute. Let's move to the UI part, and here if we'll refresh this, we don't have like anything starting with live. So this was how we completed this part 2 also. Like in part 1 we have understood like simple logic, like I explained you like how we can utilize the, like we can simply use the basic operators, and we can perform the like finding the area of the figure, string concatenation. I also explained you static variable and conditional statement. And in part 2 it was basically a Salesforce oriented Apex programming, where we have created the record, like played with the databases. I updated that and again deleted that record that we have created. These are the only operation that we have to perform. There is only also one operation that is upsert, that is the combination of update or insert. So basically this is what about that. So now we have covered all the things. Now in the next live that I will come when I will be getting the free time, and in that way I'll be discussing the triggers and the test classes, like how we can make the test methods and how we can write the triggers, the types of the trigger. We'll be solving all those things like from the scratch. Like I started from the scratch and went up to like level. So again I will start that trigger from the scratch and went up to level. This is just for the practice, this is just for not for the learning purpose. We can revise the things. If you want to learn from the scratch, then this video is totally not for you. Hopefully you understand that this is just for the practice. So thank you for joining. So if you want to subscribe the channel, you should subscribe the channel if you are a tech learner and want to learn the multiple things daily. So I'll be giving multiple videos on the other tech oriented object subjects. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care and have a good day.